Rough day.
You have no idea.
Let's talk about it.
Hello, and welcome to the Two Broads from Boca. We are live, coming to you live from Boca Raton, Florida. I am your lovely host, Dr. Amy Schreiben, with my lovely co-host,
Lorianne Riolo.
Yes, not for long though.
True.
And
point.
we are coming to you live, and we are on Facebook Live. Very colorful today. We are also on 95.3 FM and 1470 AM on WWNN. So you can get us on your iHeart app. And you can call us 1-888-565-1470. Okay, so that's enough. We do have to make a little public service announcement. The Girl Scouts of Southeast Florida are holding an event called Girl Scouts Lead the Way, honoring women who are leaders in their industries and serve as role models. The Two Broads from Boca are very, very proud to be one of the many sponsors for this event. It will be held on Tuesday, September 12th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Signature Grand in Davie, Florida, and will be hosted by our lovely colleague Ellen Jaffe of Easy 93.1. For more information, please call 561-427-0190.
I also would like to add that I'm a proud parent of a Girl Scout.
Yes, she is.
My daughter Christina is a
Were
Girl
you
Scout.
a Girl Scout?
I was.
I was not. I was a brownie. We were poor. Couldn't be a Girl Scout.
You couldn't go past Brownie.
Yeah, I didn't
Brownie's
go past
the real. Well, there's even lower than that.
Daisies. Yeah, I was a brownie.
Daisies,
I
Brownies,
like
Girl
them.
Scout. Well, actually, I should say, I'm sorry, my daughter is a cadet now.
Ooh, excuse me.
But yes, it is Girl Scouts of Southeast Florida. So.
All right, I'm drinking myself out of our new mugs. Aren't they adorable? Wait, where's the camera? I can't. You can't. Lorianne, isn't your mug pretty? Mine's got too much light on it, but it's so pretty. If you want a mug, message us and we can get you a mug. T-shirts are coming too. It's going to be very pretty, and they're going to be Tees for Humanity. So part of it is going to go to a charity, which we have not decided which charity it is going to be yet, but it's going to a charity. So just to let you know, message us, and things are coming. So, darling, how was the weekend? We got to see each other.
We did, and I have to say, my weekend was fantabulous. George Snow Foundation Boca Ballroom Battle was Friday night, and
So much fun.
It was an amazing event. Not just that, I was very honored to be able to represent Boca Voice, and I was able to interview Tim Snow, the professional dancers, the Elite 8 dancers, which was so much fun. It was really just very interesting. I got to interview the co-chairs, which one was Peter Gary. So it was a little interesting to interview him, and Stacy Packer, but they both did a fantastic job. And the event was, how fun was it?
It was beyond fun. It was so much fun. And Fred Astaire Dance Studios Boca Raton did an amazing job. I mean, seriously. People that were hit with the rhythm stick, they were dancing up a storm. I am not kidding. It was amazing to watch.
And they broke every record this year. Yes. John Tolbert was the winner for the men.
Yes.
And Terry Fideli was the winner for the women.
How much did they raise?
Combined, $508,000.
Could you imagine? And it's all for scholarship for kids who are challenging can't pay for college. Next year, if I dance, I'm telling you all now, you better donate because I want to be the winner. The winner is the person who raises all the funds.
That's right.
It's just going to be fab.
I will be there cheering you on in the Mirrorball Lounge. I love it.
I have to tell you, those women look beautiful, did they not?
Yeah, the costumes were.
Oh, my God.
Gorge.
I can't see. They have to give me a coat if I'm going to dance. They have to jewel a coat because I'm not dancing. They were very naked, some of them. God bless them.
Yes.
It was
Beautiful.
not for me, that part. Not for me at all.
No, but all the dancers did such an amazing job.
Oh, my God.
It's
those
a collaborative
men, I was
effort.
very proud of those men.
Yes.
Because I know how hard it is to be out of
the music was very fun this year, too.
Their comfort zone.
And the Boca Resort always does over-the-top job. It was really nice.
I could just see, I had to leave though soon because the ovaries were waking up. All my children were conceived there, so I have to get out of that area.
That's true.
When I'm in the Boca Raton Resort,
you weren't drinking the water there again,
No, Noah was like, we got to get the hell out of here. Don't come near me. So that was that, but it was funny. But it is a challenge when you have to go to any event, be it the PTA meeting at school versus a, really nice wedding or anything. what do we wear?
Yes, it's very stressful. And I was just talking with someone this weekend about that. They were saying, and social media is killing it because now everybody gets to see, if you post a photo, everybody gets to see you in your
And judge
outfit
you,
all
yeah.
the time. And a lot of the events that Peter and I go to, sometimes it's the same people over and over because we're all involved in the
Sure.
same charities or same organizations or whatever it is. So it's hard.
'Cause you have to
I
look
have a
different.
rotation in my closet for gowns because gowns
Gowns
in
are
particular,
expensive,
they're
right.
expensive. And, when you have 4, 5, 6 events a year, so I kind of just rotate
Recycle.
them and remember, like I put them in the order of when I wore them.
Of what I wore them in.
Yeah, because sometimes I don't remember what I wore
No.
last year, and then I'll scroll through my photos to try to find it. But
that's
it's
helpful. At
It's
least you know.
challenging.
It
And
is
retail, the department stores aren't holding the stock that they once were.
I will tell you, I find myself, because I have a wedding to go to in October, and you go to all these different places to look for gowns. Everything's online, and then when you get there, there's like 6 dresses. And everything
Exactly.
else you have to. Well, we can order a few online. Well, I
I like to touch it,
I
feel
gotta
it, try it on.
try it
Yeah.
on. Because what if your arms don't look good in it, or your boobs don't look good in it, or in my case, my butt doesn't look good in it? You really want to see what it is.
you have to see. And I ordered a couple of times, though, from Rent the Runway. I know you and I were
I
talking
have
about
to
that.
tell you, it's an enjoyable thing, that Rent the
It's
Runway.
good, but I found that I had to order twice because if you're not 100%, some women know their size.
Right.
They know, listen, I'm an 8.
It also depends on the cut of the dress.
Right.
But I will tell you, from what I'm seeing now, that they're sending you 2 dresses. They send you 2, the size that you asked for, and then the size above.
But the stress involved with that, if the
know.
2 dresses
Don't-
come,
and they
because you
still don't fit
order
right. I know.
within 4 days of your event.
I know.
I mean, they'll overnight, so they're pretty good about that. And you get on the phone with someone, but
cry.
I stress out because then you have the shoes, and it's a job.
I agree. And I think so. Ladies, you're not the only ones. Everybody stresses. I don't even like to go to school sometimes when there's an event at school, because I feel like, well, am I overdressed? Am I underdressed? Are they going to talk about me at school? I
No,
get
it's
it.
difficult. But even just the daily life, like we were talking this morning about some of these companies
Yes.
that send you an outfit all
Very
done.
reasonable too.
Yes.
One is called, and when we're giving them a senseless plug, we don't even know them.
Yeah, I
It's,
haven't used it yet, but
Stitch Fix. I have a friend who uses it. She loves it. It's like a no-brainer
yeah, the
thing.
whole outfit. It comes with the outfit, the pants, the purse, everything.
But what's really cool is that as she continues to do this, I don't know how often you do it. I'm being honest with you. We don't know. But they give you stuff that you can mix and match, so it extends your wardrobe. Let me tell you, you get a nice blue, black, beige skirt, and you change the blouses. You got a lot lot going on, But I'm finding also, who are the buyers? Because they're not buying for people that are normal. I gotta hide the bat wings. Give me a shirt that has a sleeve. A little sleeve, not the one here so the bat wing hangs out of it. You need a little. I don't think that buyers are getting that.
Well, and like something like what you're wearing.
This is a lily
okay?
pool. It's
I
what
love
I
it.
got
It's
on sale.
beautiful.
It's
It's
a little
colorful.
sunny.
I love it.
It's a little
But
much.
it's rememberable.
Right, and I like that I bought the earrings to match
So how many
it,
times
too.
could you wear it?
You can't wear
that's
this.
what
I
I'm
won't
saying.
be recycling this till
No, I
next
won't
summer.
remember a black dress that you wore because you're just.
That's what I'm saying. Black is always easy when you have to go to an
Right.
affair. You can get a very inexpensive black dress. Let me tell you a little
The
story.
classics, they call it.
I went to, don't laugh, I had to go to Walmart for my kids and saw this cute little black dress and wore it to my nephew's baptism. No one knew. It was adorable.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, those places are hit or miss.
Yeah,
What can you find?
You got to go where you got to go. I'm a big TJ Maxx, Marshalls kind of gal.
I have to be in the mood for that.
It's cannot go to Ross because you're shopping on the
And
ground.
I have to have my flask that I.
No, Ross is like that. When you go into Ross, you already have to. You have to be prepared for that.
Ross is filthy to me.
Yeah, because everything's on the ground.
on the floor.
It's on the
and
ground.
I don't know. I don't want to pick
I went
stuff
in there
up
one
off the floor
time
to look
and I
at
did
it.
a little bit of like shaking and then I had to leave. But TJ Maxx and Marshalls is not bad. And I love the pocketbooks and Yeah, you can do a good thing. You can definitely do a good
Ladies,
thing.
if
especially
you
on
have
this
any
day.
ideas, let us know
Let us
right
know.
now
Call
of
us
places
in.
that you use.
Oh,
that,
Molly
you know, for
Hillenbrand says she
daily.
loves Stitch Fix. Molly, call us and tell us about that.
Ooh.
Hi, Sarah. You joined us. How are you? Joan LaSalle wants a mug. We'll get you a mug. I hope you're feeling better, Mrs. LaSalle.
Yes.
So that is good. That is very, very
Oh,
good.
you know what I did Saturday night? I know that I'm switching gears on you. I went
Tell
to
me.
see Andrew Dice Clay.
Friends of mine have. Well, he's so funny. Women get
He's
upset.
gray now.
I think he was great then. He was
No,
funny.
gray.
Oh, he's good. Well,
You
he's
know,
old.
he had the jet black
He's
hair.
100 years
He's not
old.
dying anymore. I almost didn't recognize him when he came. I mean,
Was
he
he-
still had the cut off gloves and the leather and, you know.
Just still smoking.
That was the only thing because it was at Black Box Theater in Boca. So
Love
it's
Black
very
Box.
small. Oh, it was great. They actually renovated it.
It's awesome.
It's really nice now. Instead of the metal folding chairs, they actually
They have
like
real chairs. I know.
cushion chairs and tables on the side.
But I do love Black Box, and people don't
No,
know
I like it
about
because it's very intimate. You could be very, you know, I mean, he literally was right
Yeah, but
there.
I like that.
But the smoking was a lot.
Yeah.
Throughout the night because you really were filled.
He just is.
With,
He's a chain.
Yeah.
He lights
well,
in
he
with
quit
the
for a
other.
while, but yeah, he was back to it, but still as funny as ever.
He is funny.
Really,
a lot of
really
women get
funny.
offended. Don't get offended. It's a
Can't
joke.
take-
It's
it's a
joking.
joke.
It's joke. I
Yeah.
think it's funny. I think he is funny. I don't
But
think he
it was really
represses
good.
women. He's a really nice guy in real life. That's just his.
I've never
his
met
shtick.
him, but he really picked on a couple of people in the front the whole night, so it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But you can't sit in the front and not expect
No,
that.
that's what I'm
sorry.
saying. I enjoy. You know where else is a really nice place to go? Coral Springs has a like a theater, the Coral Springs Theater for the Performing Arts, and I took Noah to see Louis Black there.
Oh, good.
Hysterical.
Yeah, I love
Never
comedy.
knew that place was there.
I love comedy.
Really, that's why we're here.
Yeah,
Because we're funny.
I have you.
There you go. All right, so we did that, and Lori and I talk every Monday morning, which will change when I go back to school. So we'll be talking on Wednesday mornings probably, but we often feel like it's very difficult to balance.
Yes, work and life.
Work and balance. Like even if you don't work, it's very difficult to balance your life with everything else that goes on in your life. Particularly in relationships, whether you live with somebody or somebody comes to your house a lot, or you have a spouse, whatever the case may be. Many times it falls on one,
Yes.
and particularly the woman. I'm not going to lie; it usually does fall on the girl. How do you guys balance that? Like, I get very resentful. So I had to draw the line in the sand at home and say look, I clean, I cook, I do the laundry, I serve it. I'm really not feeling the love to have to clean it up after I
doing the homework.
It's the whole thing. Walk the dog, feed
Take
the
the
dogs.
pets out. Exactly. It's a lot.
I had to draw the line and say, I said, you got to clean off the table. So sadly, it became my husband's responsibility. And the boys will help
Amy, our
them.
kids are at their ages where they really need to be doing it. I mean, my daughter, every night, I'm like, clear the table, set the table. My son takes the garbage out, but they act like,
it's a major
slave
imposition.
labor. Right. But you really do have to start distributing responsibilities because when it does fall on one person, and I'm not just saying it's just two people that work in a relationship. It's also, at one point I was a stay-at-home mom where I didn't work. And the minute that he would get home, I was like, oh, just to get that little bit of a break.
But
and
you do.
when men get home, they want that little bit of a break time too. And that's important also.
I do think it's important. I think it's very important, but I think it has to be a mutual thing.
Well, that's something that Peter and I have struggled with, and I don't mean Peter, I mean myself, learning how to give him that space when he gets home. Because he says, when I come home, you're on me and you want to talk. Because I don't talk to him for most of the day because he's busy, I'm busy. We get caught up in our lives.
Absolutely.
So it's hard when someone comes home and you want to share things with them, not just negative to release everything,
and you
but
can
just
see
even
on
good things that happen
you can even
during
see
the
on their
day.
faces
Yeah,
you're coming at me already.
Right.
But even, I say to Noah too, I call you and then you don't answer the phone, or I text you and you don't answer. I don't know if you got it. I don't know if you're dead. I don't know.
Exactly.
Give me just something back to let me know. You know what I'm saying? And I have learned over time that he needs his time too. And my argument was, well, you always have, when I was a stay-at-home mom, well, you have the drive home. I don't get that.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you have the 30 minutes to get home, and you get to listen to the radio. And I'm like, I haven't been outside since, like, last week. I
Right.
haven't taken a shower in 3 days, and you can get resentful, and that's not good either.
Right,
In
then
any
the rest
relationship.
of the night it's tense, and you could be arguing or ignoring each other or whatever. So I don't know. We have to get someone too in here on this balance,
I think we do.
work-life balance.
I do.
On
But I think strategy, you have to make. Today when we were talking about this, I said to Lorianne, I'm going to go online and I'm going to research this. So strategies when somebody needs their time is important. So you should set mutual strategies.
to talk about it first together.
Exactly.
Right.
And then
How
deal
much
with
time
it.
is
Right.
enough time?
Because
Is it
it's
15
about
minutes,
the
20
quality
minutes?
of time,
Right.
not the quantity of time.
Right.
So the first thing they said is don't take it personally if they need that time. And it's very healthy, but it's also important that both of you take that
Right.
time. Where it gets tricky, I think, is that, if he wants the time, just say from 6 to 6:30 or 6 to 7, that means you're forced, you don't, what if you don't want your special time until, like, you want it at 9 o'clock? I'm just
Right,
saying.
right.
So you really got to work on what's going to work for your relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
there is sometimes later, and I'll have friends call or
Right.
something, and
And then he gets pissed that I'm on the phone.
I'm home now, and now you're talking to your friends like you have all day to do that, or tell your friends not to call. And I understood that. It makes
Exactly.
sense. I mean, sometimes it can't be avoided. There's
Yeah,
things that come
it
up
is
or
what it
whatever.
is.
But on a regular basis, as a whole, yes.
But the mutual thing is that you should agree on a time frame. I think that's important.
Well,
Hello,
that's
Kathy.
the key.
She's
I think
watching
a lot
from
of
South
people don't talk
We have
about it,
two-
and that's where the tension
I
comes
agree. We have
from.
two people. One watching from Washington State, Roseanne, and one from South Carolina. And Stacy Palmer Rao is watching.
Hi,
Hello,
Stacy.
Stacy. Rayo,
You met
sorry.
her Friday
Yes,
night.
I know. Is that the Ivanka Trump girl?
No,
correct?
that's Kristen.
That's okay. Sorry, I'm sorry,
That's
Stacy.
all
Now I
right.
remember you had the blue dress on.
Black.
No,
but it's
it looked
okay.
blue.
It was black.
I'm sorry. Well, you looked beautiful anyway. And Sarah thinks that it's about how you say it.
I agree. Well, that's why I think it's important to have the conversation.
It's not what
And
you
every
say;
once
it's
in
how
a
you
while,
say
you
it.
have to go back and I think
Revisit that conversation.
Revisit it because, and it's normal for everybody. We all start off strong. We go a week, 2 weeks, we're all good, and then we all start to go back.
Well,
into
one of
our
the
old
things they
habits.
said was respect the rules you mutually set.
Yes.
So I think it's important to write it down, revisit it.
Well, I think
and
it's
you could
important to
adjust.
have that, whatever it is, 20, 30 minutes conversation about how the other person's day went. But then I think it's even more important, instead of being all business and about what happened, cut that conversation. And then what are you going to do together as a couple?
Well, that's what they said. The last thing
That's
they said was
enjoyable.
when your personal time is over, you got to make it fun when you spend it together, and it's got to be positive. So
Before someone falls asleep.
yes, before somebody
Miss
falls
4
asleep,
a.m..
which happens a lot. No, I'm sorry, no, but I do fall asleep because I get up
I
at
do
4 o'clock in the
too.
morning.
It's tiring.
So I
mean,
do fall asleep. The other night we were watching Tina Fey's video with the cake, because we didn't see Saturday Night Live. We missed it this week, and he's shown it to me, and there was no recollection of me even falling asleep, but I had fallen asleep. And I know that bothers him. We have Nancy from New Jersey watching too.
But the work life, getting back to the responsibilities issue, because I think that really is, it's one of the biggest complaints I hear from women, mostly women, that I do everything. I do all the grocery. We both work. Or,
I know.
With Peter and I, he's a great chef. So I always feel like, well, if he's going to do all the cooking and the prep and everything, I'm happy doing all the cleaning. But
Absolutely.
it's a 50-50
But that's
thing
how it has
there,
to be. I think
which is nice.
I think the more you talk, I'm a big believer in talking and talking things out. And I've known my husband for 22 years, and it's been a long conversation, and sometimes not a very friendly conversation, but it's been a long conversation particularly when you have children in the mix. But if you're dating somebody, you got to say it from the beginning. And I really believe you got to correct behavior from the first time it happens. If he came home in a pissy attitude,
Right.
you got to correct that then and say, listen, you can't do that. I'm not allowing that. And women
Instead
tend
of
to say,
hold it
"Oh,
in."
yeah, and then you
I
get
hold it in
resent-
sometimes,
You can't.
and then it's like
I
it
learned
comes
that
out.
from my mother, and she was so right because Noah had, when we were first dating, he had come home and he said something. I said, "Where are we going again?" He goes, "What's wrong with you? Don't you remember that? Don't you like?" He was really like not nice
Yeah.
about it. I'm like, "Okay, pal." Started throwing him stuff in a bag. I'm like, "If you think you're going to talk to me like this for the rest of our lives, take your crap and get out of my house." Dummied up right then and there. That didn't happen again because I wasn't taking it, you know. So I think, you don't have to be like gruff like me, but I think you have to, ladies and gentlemen, you have to set those boundaries from day one. So now I did a little research. According to Time Magazine, the best ways to do good things for your relationship is first, turn off the telephone, ladies and gentlemen.
The phone is a destroyer.
You gotta turn the phone off. They say that is the biggest thing that interrupts relationships. Who's checking Facebook and Instagram and messages and texts? That's an automatic.
There has to be a time
no.
and a place for it, right?
You have to at night if you're in the bedroom and you're watching a movie, put the phone on silent and just stop. Just don't do it. You have to go to bed together.
Yes.
And it decreases arguments. And this was a study that was at University of California, Berkeley. They said if you go to bed together, even if you don't fall asleep at the same time, if you go to bed together, it decreases arguments in relationships. So that's a very good thing. So don't be sitting out in the living room watching whatever Game of Thrones or whatever, and go with him. You could tape it, you know? So I think that's important.
I always have felt that you never go to bed angry.
I agree with that.
You can agree to disagree.
I'm guilty of that.
See, I can't stand that.
And then I'm up all night thinking about it.
Right.
Very
so
bad.
What are you doing there?
It's very, very bad.
That's the Italian in you.
Yes, it is. Stubborn. Another thing is do something nice, like get him a cup of coffee or pop her some popcorn or, make sure her slippers are out the bed, do a massage. So be nice. You got to be nice to each other.
Even if it's just watching TV together, holding hands, something.
Caress.
It doesn't have to be a major project every single night.
Right. Yeah, you don't have to build him a Lego house or anything like that. But it decreases the feelings of resentment and being taken for granted. So that's an important thing. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, daily life, you have to work at it all the time. It doesn't matter if you're together a week or 30 years.
No.
It takes effort.
It's a job. It's a job. Another thing they say is laugh together and talk about funny times you had together, because even if you have nothing to laugh about at that moment, if you talk about, remember the time you fell and we were laughing, it kind of spurs laughter, so it kind of puts everybody in a good mood. So that's important. Exercise, believe it or not, is very important.
Is the best medicine?
Yes, it is.
Is that where that
Exercising is very important because it releases endorphins. And when you have a lot of endorphins, you pass that on in your relationship, and it adds passion to a relationship. So go to the gym. That's why I'm there at 4 o'clock in the morning. See, Diana, we're doing good things, doing the passion. They say try new things together, like dance, which we do. I was very excited when they said dance was the first thing they said. So go to Fred Astaire and dance in Boca Raton. That's what we do, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Peter and I had started golfing together. I mean, now it's too hot. I can't.
Oh no, this
get me
is Satan's
out there.
weather.
I mean, I'd have to be in the dark to do it at nighttime. But when it starts to get nice again, it's great because it's nice. It's peaceful. You could have a little conversation.
And it's just the two of you.
Yes,
and that's important.
Even with another couple, it's fun. Or
I am very guilty of that in my own relationship. You have to make time for just the two of you, and I think we were talking about this the other night. You do the date night thing. Yes. By the way, our girls' night out was very fabulous. You would have loved it.
Yes,
we'll talk about that in a minute.
So much fun.
And this was another thing. Have sex in different places. I don't mean body parts. I mean in different rooms, outside, maybe in the car. It wasn't me. This is what they were saying. Hug and touch. Those things.
Intimacy doesn't always have to be sex. Right.
And then that's the truth. Sometimes just a little
cuddling,
touch.
Spooning,
I like
rubbing
to spoon.
someone's hand.
I do. I like that. Gives you the allure of stuff, and I like that.
You feel better, too, after. Like, there's still that connection, and I don't know. It just makes you feel good.
And it's also important, it says here, to acknowledge your partner. Say thank you. Say you look nice today.
I was just saying that to someone this weekend, and I said... And she was female, and I said, you really should go over and compliment him. Women tend to wait for the man to compliment them because they're usually very complimentary. Well, most men are. At least I'm fortunate enough to say that mine is.
Agreed.
But, you really need to reciprocate. Tell a man that he looks handsome, he looks nice.
I do.
I love those
I agree
jeans
with
on
that.
you.
I
That's a
agree.
great shirt. I mean, because
They
you
need
don't
to hear
do
it too.
If you don't do
And if you don't
it-
do it, somebody else will do it. That's just the bottom line. If you don't do it, somebody else is going to
Kinda
jangle the
leading
keys.
there, but yeah.
No, but it's true.
No,
I
it's
really,
very
really
true.
do. I think it's very
everybody
true.
needs those compliments.
Hello, Maxine, and hello, Melissa. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate all of you coming on. Lorianne and I are very happy. So let's talk about our Girls Night Out because it was so much fun.
Yes, it was. I had a great time. Uzo Bay was a beautiful location. The room that we were in was really,
Oh,
really
my God.
nice.
It's gorgeous.
A lot of ladies showed up, even some men, which was nice.
It was very nice. We met even people from Canada.
Yeah.
We were so excited. We have Canadian followers too, and they were lovely. And there was a man with them.
Yes.
It was
And
fun.
Dawn Maslar was
Oh my God.
really, really great.
She's a
everything
longtime
she said,
friend
I
of the
learned
show.
so
I
much that
enjoy her.
night.
She's a very, you know what I love about her? She's really easy to talk to, and she makes
Very.
sense. You know, and she's like, just like one of us. You know, she's been through her ups and downs too, but she
Mm-hmm.
really knows what she's talking about. So I enjoyed her very much.
No, it was very eye-opening to feel like I'm not crazy
Right.
for acting the way that I do as a female.
There's
I
a whole
mean,
biological science
right.
about that.
Yeah,
but
I
we
had no
are going to
idea.
have another girls' night out soon in September.
Yeah,
So that should be a lot of fun,
announce
so you
the
have
date
to
when
come.
We're 100%.
Yes, yeah. We had a little technical issues, but other than that, we'll be okay because now we're all done.
Right.
Kenny's giving us the finger, telling us that we have 1 minute left. So, other than that, so next week, tell them who we're going to have on next week.
So next week we're having Tia Crystal on.
Isn't that a great
and
name?
She is really amazing. Her story was very inspiring to me. She makes beautiful jewelry from crystals, but she's so much more than
She's
that.
like a
life
spiritualist
coach,
and life coach.
spiritual. And her story is really, really incredible. And you really need to tune in next Monday and listen to her. She's really, really.
Yes. All right, our music is playing. That means we have to go. It went so fast. But thank you for joining us. And we are so appreciative of our followers. And we love you guys. And we'll see you next week. And remember, message us on Facebook and call us when you can. Have a great week. And we'll
And I
see you
hope you
next
guys
week.
all protected your eyes today from
Yeah,
the
we'll
eclipse.
talk about that. All right.
See you next
Good night.
time. Rough day.
You have no idea.
Let's talk about it.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Times are tough.